So this section, the previous session discussed in this session, we have discussed the command line commands that you need to know to manage the Linux security on your system. And Linux uses a system of user IDs and group IDs to protect access to files, directories, and devices. So Linux stores information about user accounts in the etc passwd file and information about groups in the etc group file. So each user is assigned a unique numeric user id along with a text login name to identify the users in the system. So groups are also assigned unique numerical group ids and text group names. A group can contain one or more users to allow the shared access to the system resources. And in addition to that, we used chmod command to change security settings for files and directories. Only the file's owner can change permissions for a file or a directory. However, the root user can change the security settings for any file or directory on the system. You can use the chown or and the chgrp commands to change the default owner and group of the file. So now let's jump into the concept of installing software. So in the good old days of Linux, installing software could be a painful experience. Fortunately, the Linux developers have made life a little easier for us by bundling software into pre-built packages that are much easier to install. However, you still have a little work to do to get the software packages installed, especially if you want to do that from the command line. So package management primer, that's what we call as a package management primer, PMP. So each of the major Linux distributions utilizes some form of the package management system, PMS, to control installing software applications and libraries. A PMS utilizes a database that keeps track of these items. What are those? First one, what software packages are installed on the Linux system and what files have been installed for each package and versions of each of the software packages installed. So now, so the software packages are stored on servers. So these servers are called as repositories, and these repositories are accessed across the internet via PMS utilities running on your local Linux system. So we'll see what is PMS utility. Okay, so now you can use PMS utilities and their utilities to search for new software packages or even updates to software packages already installed on the system. Now, a software package often has dependencies or other packages that must be installed first for the software to run properly. So the PMS utilities automatically detect these dependencies and offer to install any additionally needed software packages before installing the desired package. But the big downside of PMS is that there isn't a single standard utility, whereas all the bash shell commands discussed so far in this book, so far in this course, work no matter which Linux distribution you use. This is not true with the software package management. So PMS, that's a package management system. So here the PMS utilities and their associated commands are vastly different between the various Linux distributions. The two primary PMS based utilities commonly used in the Linux world are known as DPKG and RPM. So DPKG is Ubuntu Debian based, RPM is M. It's other one is okay. So the Debian based distributions such as Ubuntu and Ubuntu Linux Mint and Debian use this at the base of their PMS utilities, the dpkg command. So this command interacts directly with the PMS on the Linux system and is used for installing, managing, and removing software packages. On the other side, we have the Red Hat Enterprise Limited and Red Hat based distributions such as Fedora, OpenSUSE, and Mandriva, CentOS use the RPM based. These are called RPM command at the base of their PMS, similar to the DPKJ command. The RPM command can list installed packages again and install new packages and remove existing software. So in this, the dpkg package, the dpkg commands is at the core of the Debian based family of PMS tools. So these other tools are included in this PMS. So apt-get is one PMS tool, apt-cache is another PMS tool, aptitude is the another PMS tool. By far the most common command line tool is aptitude, and for a good reason. The aptitude tool is essentially a front end for both the apt tools and dpkg, whereas dpkg is a PMS tool. Aptitude is a complete package management system, PMS. So using the aptitude command at the command line helps you avoid software installation problems such as missing software dependencies, unstable system environments, and just a lot of unnecessary hassle. So this section looks at how to use the aptitude command tool from the Linux command line. On other side, in RPM side, like the Debian based distributions, the Red Hat based systems have several different front end tools that are available. These are the common ones are M for M for Red Hat and Fedora, and URPM for Mandriva, and Jipper for OpenSUSE. So these front ends are all based on the RPM command line tool. The following section discusses how to manage software packages using the various RPM based tools. The focus is on M, but information is also included for the Jipper and URPM. So now let's begin with the managing packages for Debian based. A common task faced by Linux system administrators is to determine what packages are already installed on the system. So fortunately, Aptitude has a handy interactive interface that makes this task an easy one. So let's log into the Ubuntu first. So by the time our Ubuntu gets ready, so let's get into, yes, here, git bash, and go back to the instances. Is it just a minute? Yeah, CentOS. Yep, it's ready. So both are ready, CentOS as well as Ubuntu. So initially let's begin with the Ubuntu package management. So let me become sudo. Yes. So now if you have just type aptitude and press enter, let's see what's going to happen. App, yeah, complete information about that aptitude. Oh, of course it doesn't have aptitude. We have to install aptitude also in this app. It has apt one, apt and an apt get, apt cache. So aptitude show package name, the second one. I'll use the similar one. Oh, okay, this is CentOS. Apt show package. In spite of installing, unable to locate package. Okay. Sorry. That's my mistake. That's my mistake. I have to apt show any package name. HTTPD. So there is no such package exist in this. And on other side, yum for the CentOS. Yes, it's loading. It will give you a list of all the packages which are installed. Here you can see all the list, complete list of it. Then after that we will go for installing the packages, how to do that. Okay, for aptitude I don't think I do not have aptitude here, so I have to install. Okay, let me try aptitude. Apt install. Now let us we can use this. Well, let me clear this first. So aptitude, it's loading, it's building. Yeah, upgradable packages are 2, installed packages are 625, not installed packages. You got the complete information. So let's get back to this and let's clear it. So aptitude show, aptitude search. If you use aptitude and search any package name, httpd. So let's see. We got light httpd mode, micro httpd, mic httpd to mini httpd to mini httpd run. So a lot of packages it's showing. Now let's run another package, that's apache 2. Apache 2, it's running. Okay, so rt4 apache 2. So it has in that aptitude database, it has a lot of packages which are really close to the apache 2. All those were shown. So now to install, so what you have to do, how to proceed to install a package using a aptitude. So as here I'm in I just want to, yeah, I'll clear the screen. And I'm a root user. I want to be in Ubuntu. This is, yeah, here it is. Yeah, Ubuntu. Now what I'll do is, as I'm a root user, I don't need to use sudo. So I will say aptitude and then install Apache 2. Anything you can install, I'll just install Apache 2. Yeah, Apache 2 is getting installed. Do you want to continue the installation? Yes, of course I do. Yes. So now installation of Apache 2 is going on. Once it is done, we'll get to know. On other side, if you want to do the same thing, you can use in CentOS M provides package name.rpm. Then if you want to install, so that's how you have to install. Okay, let's get into the CentOS. CentOS is here. So yum and provides, okay, httpd. That's it. See, this many HTTPD versions are available for your CentOS. It's pretty nice. Now I want to install yum install HTTPD. Say HTTPD or Apache 2. These two are you need to reboot. You need to, okay, that's fine. Sudo either HTTPD is the service which we use to host a static website for Ubuntu for CentOS, and Apache 2 is a service which is used to host a static website for Ubuntu, and HTTPD is for the CentOS. Okay, so now let's install yum install HTTPD, because HTTPD is a service which is used to host a static web application for the CentOS. So that's the reason we are installing HTTPD service in this. Package HTTPD version installed. Okay, HTTPD installation is done. So let's check system ctl status httpd service. Yep, it's there. It's dead, of course, but it's disabled, but it's installed. Similarly, let's check for the Ubuntu whether it got installed or not. For Ubuntu, is it done? Apache 2. So systemctl status Apache 2. Yes, it's done. It's running. So the both the packages got installed, Apache 2 and CentOS for RPM based, sorry, HTTPD for RPM based CentOS, and then Apache 2 for the DPKG based Ubuntu. Now, how do you update the software? To update the software, we'll use aptitude safe upgrade or aptitude full upgrade. Let's do it. So this is our Ubuntu. So let me do it. Okay, yep, let me clear it. Let me clear the screen. So aptitude safe upgrade. Of course it may take a lot of time, but that's okay. Why? Let's upgrade it as quickly as possible. Then I don't need to go for the full upgrade. It will take some few more times. And distribution upgrade for CentOS. This is the way. Let me clear the screen first. Yum and list updates. So it has listed all the updates. Now you mentioned the package which you want to update. So I will update. I'll go for the update of yum update httpd. Yes, no package marked for the update. That got updated completely. And just give a random update, so that will update your package itself. Yum update. That's it. Then we will move on to installing software. So we have installed two softwares. One is in Ubuntu, one is in CentOS. Let's look into an installation procedure in Ubuntu first. So in Ubuntu, aptitude remove package name for just normal removal. If you give aptitude purge and then package name, it will remove even the folders which are related to that. So let's do the purge. Let's go for the purge. Here it is, our Ubuntu. So yeah, it's fine. Now what will we do is aptitude purge and Apache 2. Let's see. It's Y. Yes, uninstall it. Continue with the uninstallation procedure. It's no issue at all. Meanwhile, yeah, it's done. Let me check. What's the status of that? Systemctl status Apache 2. Yes, it's gone. Apache 2 service could not be found. That means it's gone. It got completely purged out of the system. So now let's check for the RPM based. How do you do that? Yum remove or m erase. Let's use erase. It will completely erase the packages also. So here it is. I think it's upgrading. Still it's upgrading. We have clicked update now. Let's close it in between. Let's clear the session and yum erase and then httpd. That's what we have installed. Let's remove it completely. It's taking some time. Yes, I want to remove it. Yes, it's done. Let's check it. Systemctl uh, status and then httpd. Yes, httpd.service could not be found. That's it. It's gone. This is how you use a package management software for installation, updation, uninstallation, removing, purging, and everything. Then we will move on to the next stage. So here, what will we do is the aptitude repositories. So the default, what is the aptitude repository? We have seen that we have few repositories, the aptitude repository, M repositories. So what is the difference between them? The aptitude repository, this is the default software repository locations for aptitude and which are set up for you when you install your Linux distribution. The repository locations are stored in the below file. I'll show it to you. Okay, just a minute. There one. Yeah, this is our Apache. This is our Ubuntu. Let me clear the screen. Now, let me cat etc apt and then sources dot list. So it's huge. These are the locations from where these are the repositories from where this will go and get the softwares for us. You can see that http us east 1 ec2.archive ubuntu.com focal updates. There is a lot of http security for each application, each utility. There will be a different resource. These are the resources list for Ubuntu. Similarly, we can view for the yum repositories also. For m, what we have to do is just type yum repo list. Yum repo list. Yes, you got it. There is a huge repo list for the m too. But this is information if you just want to explore it. It's not that important to know. Okay. These are the M repo. That's what the aptitude repositories. We have seen both. So now install. This is one way directly using from the repositories, or the another way is installing source code. Installing directly from the source code. Then how will you do? So if you work in the open source software environment much, so there is a good chance you will still find software packed up as a tar ball. That's where the tar ball comes into the picture. So what you have to do is you have to go to their website and you download the tar ball from their system, and then you or directly you take the link of that and you download the tar ball into our Linux system using wget. And then once you get it, you use a tar and then option zxvf and then that file name. So that will untar the file and you will get the binary file. So you place the binary file in the proper area, proper directory, so that you can start using that application. That's how uh, we do that's how we install tools also. So that's the last way of installing the tools. uh, so now finally, just before we closing up these things, I think we have covered most of the things in this. Purging from installation, management and updation, and then purging, I think it's more than enough. Anyway, this tar, using the tar ball, in future we are going to deploy few applications, and then we are going to run that application in the server and access through the internet. So while we do that, at that time, anyway we'll be working on the tar. So I think for now it's more than enough from this point of view.